Coming up next on the CHGO Cubs podcast presented by Toyota and Bet365. Good, better, best!
Good, better, best!
Never let it rest!
Never let it rest!
Until your good is better!
Until your good is better!
And your better is the best!
Your better is the best!
CHGO Cubs!
Oh my God, that was so good. Oh wait, turn the TV on. Or turn the volume up. No, turn the volume up on this. Thank you. Alright, we got hype video.
Are you ready?
Let's go. Hey, Chicago. What do you say? It's the CHGO Cubs podcast driven by Toyota. Let's go places and Bet365, whatever the moment. It's never ordinary. Use code CHGO365 at sign up. Get out the cake.
Let's go! Let's go!
Huh?
Let's
Wow.
go!
Hi, Milwaukee. It's us. We're on our way.
They can't be too excited, can they?
Yeah, we're going up to Wisconsin to beat the Brewers.
We're getting some cheese curds,
I've
and we're
been-
getting some cheese.
I've
Road
been up down there
trip.
before. I've been there
Road trip to the Potawatomi. We're going.
Man. Hey, props to you two. You predicted a 3-game series victory by
Cubs
the
in
Cubs.
3.
I said 2 games because I'm a homer, obviously. But we all got what we wanted. The Cubs are advancing to the NLDS.
All those doubters
Yeah.
that I've heard in the last 2 weeks picking Padres, the experts picking Padres,
on.
and the bullpen. The Cubs get it done. 3-1 twice. And I'll tell you, a lot of things won the Cubs this series. Defense might have to be at the top of the list. We're going to go through all of it. We've got exciting stuff to tell you about because this will continue tomorrow with Corey and Brendan.
Yes.
Then it will continue on Saturday in Milwaukee. Then it will continue Game 2 Monday, Old Crow Smokehouse in Wrigley.
We're announcing it.
Hi.
Watch party, live show, 3506 North Clark. Get ready. We're
Out
going to
in the
be
wilds.
there.
And the best part, it's free. Totally free. Come out, hang out with us. Audio's
Tell a
on.
friend.
We're going to be there. I mean, it's going to be quite the party.
1984 has been exercised. Rhino, this one was for Rhino. A series win over the Padres. It only took 2 at Wrigley this time because there's no going to San Diego.
Yes.
We're going to have lots of fun on this show tonight. We're going to read your comments on the live YouTube chat. We're going to hopefully have Jared Wyllys at the ballpark, but he's getting a very, very excited clubhouse, so it may take him a while to get out of there. Corey Friedman is there. Corey's going to send us some video. Get a little season ticket holder. He's getting the vibes in the crowd still.
Yeah.
Just an unbelievable. This is the Cubs' first playoff series win since 2017. Since the golden era, baby. Since the golden era of Cubs baseball, this is the first one, and it is just the 3rd time in the history of the world that the Cubs have clinched a playoff series at Wrigley Field.
Awesome.
2015 against the Cardinals, going to the World Series. 2016 against the Dodgers.
I was there. 2016.
I was at both of those, but it was
Game
just
6.
almost as fun being right here for this one.
It's 2 different experiences, because I'm a season ticket holder as well. I opted to be with you guys. I was at 2016 every single game. And listen, that was magical, right? But it is a totally different experience and a great experience to be with you guys for this 2025 run. Very, very excited.
Look, guys.
Shades.
What a beautiful night at Wrigley. Yeah, I'm rocking it for the A block here because guess what? The Chicago Cubs are moving on from the wild card round to the NLDS, and we did a lot of predictions and prognostications about numbers and final scores and who's going to be up and who's going to be down. The one that I did not see was 2 things. One, how many Tums I was going to have to eat over the last 3 days. Chicago Cubs, man, you're bringing me right back to a very special place of a lot of agita. And the other was how many rally cakes we were going to get. Because we ended up with 3 rally
baby.
cakes. Shout out to Portillo's.
Yes.
They not only gifted us 2 rally cakes, but 3 rally cakes today.
5 rally cakes total.
We're going to need it, guys, because we're moving on to the NLDS against the Milwaukee Brewers. Man, there's so much to break into in this game. I'm feeling right now the emotion of how tense the 9th inning was and how tough the 9th inning was, but there's so many positive things to highlight about this game, about a Cubs team that grinded it out. They got 2 out of 3, which is what they've done all season long.
Called it. They
and
don't
if they
sweep.
just keep doing that, they got a great shot to not only beat the Brewers, but advance a little bit further. Cubs fans, thank you for joining us in the chat. Thank you for coming to the live watch along. We are here to stay for at least another week, and it feels damn good.
Ooh, we got a lot of Toyota Super Chats coming up in this one. Don't forget, we got the Die Hard deal out there right now, too. It's the perfect time to be a Die Hard because
right
this
now.
is going on to Milwaukee to face the Brewers, to exercise that demon now. $36 for the year right now, or $59 if you want to upgrade because you can get that cool limited edition branded Bills
Beautiful
CHGO Die Hard lid along with all the other perks, including the stuff that goes behind the paywall and all the written content.
Behind the scenes. Joey, you said the 9th inning, I'd say the whole game was on the edge of our seat, you know?
Yeah.
We had a chance to blow it open in the second. We didn't. But the whole game, you're on the edge of your seat because the Padres had traffic, you know? And I mean, I'd prefer a 12-0 blowout, absolutely. But looking back, knowing we won, this was a very fun and entertaining game, wasn't it?
Luke, how do you like this traffic? Leadoff home run in the 9th. Keller yanking pitches left and right. Plunks 2 guys.
I'm too old for that.
You got to bring in Andrew Kittredge to get it done. And then Fermin, who's like their catcher, who's tortured us for 3 straight games. The one constant, consistent force for the San Diego Padres was this catcher. Fermin shows up, and then Kittredge was able to get the job done. I'm still reeling from it, but there's another part of it, Justin. We were talking like, in the moment, Cubs fans, when we're dealing with this and we're holding on to it, our palms are sweaty, we're texting our friends and our neighbors and thinking about everyone. It doesn't feel great in the moment, right? But now,
looking back.
But Justin, looking back, like these are Cubs memories that we're creating, and a Cubs memory was created tonight. Who knows how far this team goes, but we're always going to remember this game 3.
Can I say one more thing,
Yeah.
too? In the history of CHGO, you guys are undefeated in the playoffs. Undefeated in the playoffs when it comes to
That's
series.
right. This is the first playoff series
When
we've
it comes
ever
to
had.
series, you're undefeated. You guys have won the only series you've had playoff-wise in the history of CHGO.
Man, that was heart-pounding.
It was.
Wrigley Field was absolutely electric. I've never had anything like this since '84 as a kid.
Yeah.
As a reporter, you can't show this emotion
Right.
while you're there reporting.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
have
yeah.
it here. So like 2016, it was all bottled inside my body.
Yeah.
I can have fun here. I
Let
was
it
doing
out.
push-ups. I had 8 pieces of rally cake in 2 days.
And for context, we've talked about this before, me and you, Luke, that like in 2016 with Cubs and the now Guardians,
Yeah.
that World Series, you're in the locker room, right? You're preparing.
Yeah,
you're
I'm wearing
prepping
the
to
pla-
talk
I'm wearing
to
the
guys.
plastic,
Yeah,
all
you're
that
on,
stuff.
You're on the job in the hallway. And what was it? You had the story where you saw the champagne roll in and out of the
In and
rooms.
out, in and
Just
out.
like those Bob
Yeah.
Costas stories, and that's a different time in your life, and now you're getting a chance to experience it
This is
in
fun
a different
too.
way.
It's fun to do it as a fan too, for
different,
sure.
right?
Yeah,
It's
totally
different.
fun. And we're having fun with everybody that's been in the live YouTube chat. We had 700 some people, I think. Did it get up to 800?
No, we had.
Oh, no, we had
over
like 1,400 before it was
1,500.
over.
We had over 1,500.
1,500 before
yeah,
it was
by
over.
the 9th inning.
And
Yeah.
we're going to be doing the watch along again, I believe, on Saturday.
Yes.
Watch along number 4.
Watch along number 4. So watch the game with us, enjoy it with us, have fun with us. Let me do a couple of the Toyota Super Chats. So the
We're like
people
a
in the
we're like
chat
a
stay here.
franchise. We're just getting
DJ
bigger
Ricks,
and better.
$1.99. Cubbies win. Bring on the brews.
Yes.
Samuel for $1.99 gives us his name. Ditka's Stogie $1.99. You have to see it. Get that cardio in, Clark. Go
The way
Cubs.
he spelled it was nice.
Mo with a super chat, $5. I'm 100% happy how the Cubs played. Small ball didn't work out, but they put so much pressure on the Padres pitching. Busch's home run was big. Was it ever?
Oh, man.
Go Cubs. KM with a $20 super chat. KM's been here the whole time.
Yep.
Just because CHGO has been awesome all year, go Cubs, go. Mo again with another $2, go Cubs, go. Heart Attack Central. Noah $4.99, fly the W, let's go.
Let's go.
Mo saying what I believe is true. Brewers hating it right now. Phil Wrigley North.
Oh, man.
Brian G with $10. Let's expose the Brewers as frauds. 1984 redemption for Luke. Thank you, Brian.
Yes.
Mo says Teddy KGB voice, pay that man his money.
Pay that man his money.
And
Did I do it
Ramsey
right?
T for $4.99. Three things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and Cubs playoff games. Stressing me out.
Yes. But, and I said it a little while ago, like, looking back at the ride, it was awesome to know we won. Same with 2016. You never want to fall down 3-1 in the World Series. But looking back, knowing we won that, what an amazing ride you're on, up and down. As long as you know that you win, you'll take that ride. But, man, during it, yeah, heart attack central. I felt my heart beating in my chest for over half this game, and looking back, I'd have it no other way.
Yeah, when you're talking about looking back, even let's just roll the clocks back 24 hours, where we did a post-game show last night. Chicago Cubs were held to 4 hits, struck out 11 times. They struck out again tonight. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But they got blanked. They lost 3-0. And I personally, I don't know about you Cubs fans, but I went home and I tried to watch a funny movie, and then I ended up watching League of Their Own, and I ended up staying up super late. And
That's
I woke
a funny
up.
movie?
What's that? Oh, no. I watched Naked Gun, and then I watched the League of Their Own. Just to get a taste of it. I like trying to lock in that way. And I woke up with all these different emotions, and the emotion that I was having was honestly is that, like, I truly do love this Cubs team. I love the players. I love the character of guys up and down this lineup.
They're likable for sure.
They're incredibly likable, and this season has been a really fun ride. And I was just driving to work, and I just didn't want it to end. Right, Cubs fans, did you want it to end tonight? No. Nobody did. Right, and the Chicago Cubs just figured out a way. Was it perfect? No. Did they leave guys on base? Yes. Did it get a little hairy in the end? Absolutely. And we've got a lot to figure out. And are we running at full strength? No, we're not. But at the same time, the Chicago Cubs, I'm just pleased with this because those guys in that locker room, they 1,000% deserve it, right?
Yes.
Defense, base running, hitting, pitching, bullpen, whatever it is. This team is solid up and down and straight to its core. So they deserve to move on to the NLDS, and now we roll it out against the Milwaukee Brewers. I can't be more excited.
Who peaked earlier in the season, by the way. Who peaked earlier in the season.
That won the World Series in August.
Before this season started, I wanted a division. But most importantly, I wanted the Cubs to go to the postseason and win a playoff series.
Yes.
Now I'm greedy.
Yeah,
Now
absolutely.
I want to step on Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I want to step on Milwaukee and put them back to being one of those mid-tier Midwest towns.
I know you
That's
can't do
what
this.
I want to do.
Luke, I know you can't do it. You can't take out the historic run they were on, but you take that out, we are the better team. They were on a heater that no one's ever seen before.
28-4.
And Joey, to your point about yesterday feeling really, really bad, I'm with you. I'm an optimistic guy by nature, but I mean, driving home yesterday, Cubs had 4 hits, no runs. Offense looked DOA, right? Today, I believe they had 13 hits. Totally different offense. And 2 guys that looked horrible all series long, Ian Happ and PCA.
Yep.
They came through and looked pretty good today.
Three hits for PCA.
Yep.
And it shows you baseball any given day, man. You could be a GOAT in a bad way on one game, and then you could be a hero the next game. And I think PCA in particular was that. And I'm really happy. Ian Happ had a horrible series up until today, but he got a base hit. He got a great bunt down, executed a bunt.
We'll talk about that.
Honestly, like even the guys that weren't producing the past 2 games produced today.
That's a great point, and just that's what those 3-game wild card series. That's what makes them so scary, right?
Yeah.
That sometimes can the ultimate talent, or as you said, I agree with you. I think the Chicago Cubs were a better team than the San Diego Padres, and the whole idea of this 3-game series being so quick and going by in the blink of an eye. That's just what you worry about a little bit. And the Chicago Cubs, by hook or by crook, took care of business. Moving on. Going to be in Miller Park on Saturday, and now they can play a 5-game series. And let's roll it out and see what happens, man.
It's not Miller Park. It's Wrigley North, please.
Wrigley North.
It's actually
not
known
even
as
Miller
Greg
Park.
Bragg's Junior Stadium, by the way. Soon to be known here.
Swanson,
Yeah.
that's right.
Glove,
Dansby Swanson.
ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to
AKA
talk about
MVP,
the defense.
AKA MVP.
Probably the MVP of the series, yeah.
Talk about
Like,
it.
I would say this. You said it went by in a blink of an eye. It did, but there were moments that felt like 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh, the ninth inning was
It felt like 5
was
years.
45 minutes.
Oh, sports are fun.
They're fun.
Sports
when you're
are fun.
When you're on
Hashtag.
this side of it, it's very fun.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan movie or the ninth inning. I don't know what was longer.
All right, we have a ton.
can't really tell.
We have a ton of Toyota Super Chats coming in. We're going to read more of them when we come back. We ask you, what do you think of Cubs Brewers coming up in the live YouTube chat? We'll get to those comments as well. We'll hopefully have Jared Wyllys from the ballpark before this is over. We're talking Cubs, moving on to the NLDS, the first playoff series win since 2017. But first, a word from our great sponsors.
Hey, Cubs fans, and most importantly, Bears fans. With the Bet365 early payout offer, you're a winner if your team goes up by 17 points with an instant payout on straight bets and parlay selections marked as winners. So download the app and use code CHGO365 when you sign up. There's tons of amazing NFL offers throughout the season. Thursday Night Football, $10 safety net bet. Sunday Night Football, a $365K jackpot. And Monday Night Football, 50% off super profit boost tokens on SGPs. That's same game parlays. So double your winnings on parlays with Bet365 100% parlay boost. Download the app and use code CHGO365 whenever you sign up. Remember, using the code CHGO365, deposit $10, place a bet for $5. You get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins or loses, and it can be on anything. Spreads, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. You must be 21 plus or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER in-app only.
Okay, if you're looking for a spot to catch your favorite games this season, we've got a place that checks all the boxes. It's chef-driven with elevated bar food that's locally inspired. They've got the best smash burger, and their tavern-style pizza is amazing. Not just the food, though. They also offer tons of games: pool, darts, big buck hunter, and shuffleboard. Wall-to-wall TVs, perfect for watching literally any sport. The owners, CHGO diehard members, and massive Bears fans. So yeah, the Bears are repped real hard in this place. It's almost home. They even have a covered beer garden with TVs, so you're not missing a thing, rain or shine. Just a block north of Wrigley Field. Ideal pregame, during game, post-game spot. Daily specials, happy hour. It's all worth your time. They are our friends at Almost Home. Go check out Almost Home Tavern, just down the street in Wrigleyville. Cubs win, advancing to the NLDS.
Yes, let's go. Huh. Let's go.
Man, was that a nail-biter. Luke Stuckmeyer, Joey Christopoulos, Justin Roman, Sarah running the ones and twos. We're with you for every game here.
Every game. We have another watch-along coming up. When is
a
that?
guaranteed,
Game one watch-along.
Game one
guaranteed
watch-along.
3 more games. Guaranteed. I mean, there's going to be more, but at the very least, we're guaranteed 3 games if we do sweep the Brewers.
Well, there was a comment. I can't remember who said it because they're just flowing right now. But someone said that the Brewers always choke. So obviously we have our three games right here. One.
I can tell you right now,
cheese. It's hard to swallow
I
the
think
cheese.
who I'm worried
what it
about
is.
is not the Brewers now. It's the Dodgers.
No, don't worry about it.
Hold on. We got to crawl before we can walk.
Stay in the moment. I'll just tell you this.
Valid
There's
worry,
not a
but not for
person in
today.
Milwaukee that didn't want this matchup. They were all terrified of it. They're all terrified
And what a
of
great
it.
storyline. You know, you got Craig Counsell, who was plucked
Yeah.
from Milwaukee
Oh, yeah.
against his
How many cutaways
protege.
of Counselor are we going to get in the next series?
I mean, it's and to be honest, don't think for a second Craig Counsell doesn't want this more than probably we. I mean, there's a
Yes.
lot at stake here, a lot.
Yeah, Pat Murphy, get your Woodrow Wilson speeches ready or
Pancakes
whatever it is, man.
And your
because
fake
the
Bob
Chicago
Uecker
Cubs,
speeches too, right?
yeah, are coming to Greg Bragg Stadium. Yeah, Bob Uecker. Yeah,
I do
100%.
want to give a shout out to the defense though,
Oh.
because all series long the Cubs defense was spectacular. I'm not sure if the 2 biggest plays of the series weren't Dansby's over-the-head catch. 3 biggest. Dansby's over-the-head catch, Dansby's slide, and Nico's play to snag the line drive in this game. Those might be the 3 biggest plays in the series. You could obviously say the home runs. They were. But they made some defensive plays that completely changed the series.
1000%.
Can I add in also the diving stab by Dansby with the runner on third that didn't allow on the contact play?
Yes.
Them to even attempt to try and score at home. And guys, like, let's do it, right? Can I do this really quick? Can I do this from Joey's crystal ball yesterday? Hi, Dansby Swanson. I'd like to welcome you to the club of being officially a Cub. Last night, I tried to tell everyone that the Chicago Cubs were going to win, and I was looking at you, Dansby Swanson, with your defense and your defense and your bat, to show up. And 10 years from now, congratulations, Dansby Swanson. When we look at Game 3, right, gentlemen, we're going to talk about the plays that Dansby Swanson made. When we talk about this series as a whole, we're going to talk about Dansby scoring that crucial insurance run in Game 1. We're going to talk about Dansby hitting a single and getting a rally rolling. And then, Luke, to your point, play after play after play. And Justin, man, it isn't, I mean, look, it's Dansby Swanson. In my opinion, he's officially a Cub. I'm congratulating him on that, and I want everyone to start getting behind our highest paid player on the Cubs because we need him now more than ever to continue that and show up. But Justin, man, like, it isn't just Dansby, man. This is the makeup of this team. This team is made up of Gold Glovers all over the field, and the San Diego Padres were a contact-driven team. Chicago Cubs, maybe not the highest velocity or as big velocity as the San Diego Padres, but that defense, Justin, how crucial is that? And how crucial can that be moving forward against the Brewers?
It's everything. I mean, you know, the old cliche is pitching and defense wins championships, right?
There you go.
And the Cubs, we haven't even talked about Jameson Taillon, which we will.
We're getting there.
We
But
will.
pitching and defense wins championships. And we'll get to the pitching, but our defense is stellar. Dansby Swanson is unbelievable. I don't want anybody else playing shortstop for me minus Dansby Swanson. Nico Hoerner is amazing at second base. He was channeling his inner Ryan Sandberg on that leaping dive
Great call.
into right field. You know, Matt Shaw is a great third baseman. Michael Busch is a great first baseman. PCA might go down as maybe the greatest center fielder short of Griffey when it's all said and done. We have a great defensive team. Ian Happ has won Gold Gloves in left field. I mean, we have a great defensive team, and this team was built on pitching and defense, and you saw this series in itself. That's what won it for us.
Yeah, and before we even get to Taillon, the whole series, all we checked for the Padres was their powerhouse bullpen, and that's all anybody talked about after Game 2. And rightfully so, because it was wicked, especially with the shadow at Wrigley Field for a 2 o'clock game. Mason Miller was unbelievable. They had the best bullpen in all of baseball. And everybody said, kept harping, Justin's the first one. Got to score early, got to score early, got to score early. They did today. The Cubs got the early lead, but the Cubs bullpen, while they gave us a heart attack in this one at the end, they almost started running out of arms. They had Boyd warming up. The Cubs bullpen was just as good, but in a different way than the Padres bullpen was. And so while I love Mason Miller, and I wish he was on the Cubs, I have to give credit to Hoyer for building the bullpen the way he did, completely revamping it halfway through the season. Merriweather's gone, right?
Presley, gone.
Presley, gone. Flexen, gone. You can go down the list. It was like when a guy was done, they moved on. And they brought somebody new in. Finding Brad Keller has been unbelievable. Even though he gave me a heart attack today. And Palencia, we're talking about guys that were superstars in this series. We'll get to our 3 stars later. Palencia was spectacular.
In 2 games.
In two games, he got some of the biggest outs you possibly could get. He got their big dogs.
What a weapon he was, and now we know can be moving forward. I didn't think early on when he was our closer that Daniel Palencia could be a multi-inning weapon in the playoffs. And look at 2 games not in a row, but 2 games in the series, he was a multi-inning weapon for us that throws 100 miles an hour. That plays.
Late in the season, when he has that game, and he's an absolute train wreck on the mound, and then he tries to overthrow because he's a train wreck and he injures his shoulder. I thought he was done for the year. I didn't think he was even available anymore. And to go from that point
and now he's a factor
to tonight where he was a weapon just like anybody else was, man, he came through for the Cubs.
And when you talk about weapons too, like let's just give it up to the Chicago Cubs bullpen as a whole for getting the job done over the last 3 days. And I'm just reflecting back on it now that you mentioned Mason Miller. And immediately when you said Mason Miller, I got like triggered, right? I had one of those weird like flashbacks to him pumping 104.5 on the black to Carson Kelly on the outside corner, which might be like the greatest fastball I've ever seen in my life. But guess what? They couldn't use him tonight. They couldn't use him. They burned the Mason Miller card that night. And what happened? Michael Busch goes deep in the 7th inning.
Which was huge.
Hits a home run.
Yes.
And gives us at least enough of that breathing room that I understand we won by 2 runs. But that insurance run, again, in both of these wins, that third run in both of these games was incredibly crucial. And I will just say that, like, if I'm the Chicago Cubs right now, and I'm seeing in the chat right now, and thank you for filling us in. Hopefully we heard from Jared Wilson a little bit later about how they're popping champagne, they're dancing in the clubhouse right now. Like, there's got to be 2 emotions going on right now in that clubhouse. Is one, it's got to be a hard-earned, we gutted it out, we grinded it out, we did it as a team. Brad Keller, Andrew Kittredge, Drew Pomeranz, Caleb Thielbar.
Where did they find Pomeranz?
Where
How
do they find him? Where do they find these unlikely stories? The other one has to be the fact that they didn't have Mason Miller tonight. They gutted out a victory. They have to be like that moment in Fight Club when Brad Pitt is like, he's going to wake up tomorrow and his breakfast is going to taste as good as it's ever tasted, right? They just survived this series. Did they play great offensively? No, I don't think so. Did they, on a game-by-game basis, have each star show up every single game? No, they did not. And we can litigate and talk about, did Boyd and Shota do enough? I think Taillon did enough tonight.
Taillon was phenomenal.
He was phenomenal tonight, but I think they're going to wake up tomorrow with this sense of not just relief, but this quiet confidence that, yeah, maybe we didn't play our best, but the stuff that we're really, really good at is enough for us to carry the day, and hopefully that's something that they take into the Brewers series. And I think they're going to play better. I think they're going to play better than they have the last 3 games.
And it's a longer series too. You know that anybody can win a 3 game. Anybody can win 1 game, and anybody can win 3. But when it gets to be longer, 5 games, 7 games, the better team normally will win that series, right? So I do think we're the better team than the Brewers, and I'm sure we'll do predictions down the road. But I do think we win that series, and you're right, they will get better. You know, don't forget PCA, Matt Shaw, Palencia, for that matter. We got a lot of young guys that have never been here before. We have a lot of, actually, even some, Colin Ray, I saw never pitch in a postseason game before. We have some guys without experience. Well, now they have experience, 3 games of it, and you're right, they're going to be better for it in Milwaukee, I think.
Colin Ray might get a chance to pitch against his old team.
Oh, wouldn't that be crazy?
The Colin Ray revenge game?
Michael Thiel in the live YouTube chat here at the all-new CHGO Cubs YouTube channel. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a total stranger to subscribe and like. Taillon deserves more respect from Cubs fans.
Yes, he does.
Put it on it, man. He was.
Michael Thiel, you've been great this year in the chat, by the way. Thank you for that.
He was awesome. Niren says the 9th inning aged him. All of us?
All of us, dude.
Agree,
I'm 65 years old right now.
Some of us can't afford it. I'll do a couple more quick Toyota Super Chats before we go to break. Where are we at on the Super Chats?
We have so many.
I think
guys,
go
rushing it right now.
I think you're talking about
Mo.
Have we done Rusty 2-ton?
Oh, we did the
Matt Peck.
We did the taxi.
Here?
Matt Peck. Show some love to our Cubs crew for going 3 straight stressful watch-alongs. Cubs fans, drop a super chat and share the joy. Thank you, Matt Peck.
You, Matt.
Make sure you watch CHGO Bulls this season. $10 from Rusty.
I'd throw
Twitter
my hat.
going apeshit over the ball. 4 clearly didn't see the Cubs' 4th run taken away even with the replay.
Yes.
Nico was safe. Thank you for the strikeout. That's what I would like to say.
Rusty Griswold. Love it. Thank you, buddy.
Miles says for $4.99. Cheering them on from Boston, ran home from the office and made it back for the middle of the 8th. Now I'm shaking like the Padres lineup seeing J-Mo.
I love it.
Vince for $4.99. The Brewers are historically not a good postseason team.
Facts.
Go Cubs.
Facts.
And Mo says for $2, what do you think of Taillon, the early hook? They won. Don't care. Worked. Andrew Miller, $10. The Cubs offense coming together at the right time. Anything can happen in a 5-game series. Listen to the pod every morning at the gym. Thank you for all you do. LFG, Greg, Braggs, Stadium.
Audio shout out to Andrew Miller, who's probably listening to this on the audio at the gym tomorrow morning. You rock, man. Do an extra set for us.
And you were a great pitcher, by the way. You were a great pitcher back in the day.
You were a great pitcher, yeah, for the Guardians back in the day.
Hey, by the way, the Cubs beat the once unthought of, impossible to beat Cleveland bullpen in the World Series in 2016, and now they just dusted off the once impossible to beat Padres bullpen as well. We'll have more Toyota Super Chats coming up in just a bit. This is just the 3rd playoff series the Cubs have ever clinched at Wrigley Field. The first playoff series win for your Chicago Cubs in CHGO Cubs history and since 2017. So we are going to ride this out, and we will have watch-alongs and we're going to have a special event for Game 2 at Old Crow Smokehouse in Wrigleyville. It's going to be a free event. All you got to do is show up.
Did you say free?
Free event.
Free.
It's
Free.
Is it free?
It's free.
The price of free?
Let me tell y'all, in the heart of Wrigleyville, we will have the game on. We'll have the audio playing. We're going to be there doing our post-game show live. I mean, It's going to be a lot of fun. And the best of all, it is free, and you get to be in the heart of Wrigleyville. It's a win-win.
Will Luke share the rally cake, though? That's what I want.
is Portillo's
Will he
gonna-
open up his heart?
Oh, what if Portillo's hooks up Old Crow Smokehouse with some rally cakes to pass around?
I think we gotta make that happen.
What if I bring the reality spray?
Oh,
for
you
everybody?
could come price of free. You can get reality spray.
Look at that.
What is going on here, Luke?
Listen, you want people that went all in this series, that sacrificed their bodies, their lives.
Hold on a second. We
That
couldn't
was
find
me
you
pregame.
before the show.
That's right.
We were trying to be
Portillo's
professionals,
rally
do
cake.
our ad reads, get ready, and prep for the show. We couldn't find you, Luke.
Anxiety binge.
Is that what was going
That's
on?
the Portillo's rally cake. And let me tell you, the first bite I took, well, that was multiple bites, but I handled, literally, with my hands, handled that piece before the game, and Taillon went 4. Then I handled another piece with my hands, and PCA came through.
Amazing.
And I was still, when Keller was getting those outs, and then Kittredge, I was still eating
Were
cake,
you eating
baby.
when Keller was hitting everybody too?
Yes,
Yeah?
I was actually. But that was just for drama.
Okay,
all right,
gotcha.
more to come. We're going to hit some reality spray. We're also going to hopefully hear from Jared Wyllys. We're going to read more of your comments. We're going to celebrate more as the Cubs are moving on. But first, a word from our sponsors.
At Toyota's national sales event, we've got a long lineup of vehicles ready for fun. Toyota has 25 vehicles available with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. They've got the RAV4, a legendary versatility vehicle. The Grand Highlander's adult-sized third row is for real, and the Tacoma's wild side comes standard. From job sites to campsites and game nights, there's all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive Toyota, so get there in style. Find yours at Toyota.com or visit your Chicagoland Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. And now, talking about a place to go. A place to go is to become a CHGO diehard. We have right now $36 for the year to sign up, or $59 if you want a free sweet CHGO branded Bills hat. We've got exclusive written content by Patrick Norton himself, a free t-shirt, plenty of discounts on future merch and events, plus access to our CHGO Discord lounge where we just cut it up and have a bunch of fun. So go to allchgo.com for the latest information on how you can join the thousands of CHGO diehards in your community. We cannot wait to connect with the thousands of you.
Feel organized and confident in your finances with Monarch Money, an all-in-one personal finance tool. Right now, just for our listeners, Monarch is offering 50% off your first year. Monarch's built for people that have busy lives. If you've put off organizing your finances, Monarch Money is for you. They do the heavy lifting. Link all your accounts in minutes, get clear data visuals, and smart categorization of your spending and real control over your money. You're not on top of your money. You might be missing out on chances to invest. You might have a little extra there. Don't let financial opportunity slip through the cracks. You know, finances and money are one of the biggest reasons relationships fall apart. Don't let it happen to you. Use code CHGO at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year. It's monarchmoney.com. And here it is. The code is CHGO. Michael Griffith in the live YouTube chat here at the all-new CHGO Cubs YouTube channel says, just get in. Anything can happen, baby.
Yes, yes.
Wow, we have been here for 4 years waiting for playoff baseball. 4 seasons of Cubs baseball at CHGO. We've had nothing to cheer about. Nothing until now.
Yes.
This team of grinders who started off so great and went through a big swoon, got into the postseason with the wild card, and here they are, moving on to the NLDS for the first time since 2017. Feeling good. Brewers are next. Brewers are next.
They got to be – listen, I know that they believe in themselves, but I would imagine they did not want to face the Chicago Cubs this weekend. I mean, I think if you had to ask them, honestly, what do you want, they would say the Padres.
TR says, Jeff Passan says the game might be 3 o'clock Saturday.
Okay, I'm free.
Saturday afternoon,
Yeah,
I'll be here.
around. Turns out I'll be around. Yeah, I mean, look, whether the Brewers want it or not, they're getting the Chicago Cubs. Look at this $49.99 super chat that we're going to run in just a second here. But just like to the point of this long season, and Chicago Cubs fans have lived it every single day, and we've been doing shows about it. And if you've been with us, thank you so much for supporting and coming into the shows every single day, because we've talked about them how big was the Chicago Cubs lead at some point, right? And Justin, you touched on it in the first segment, right? They went on a 28-4 run. They won the World Series in August. Wow, this is super great. Well, now the Chicago Cubs and Milwaukee Brewers get together, and we're going to be talking about this for the next little stretch here. They get to get together. They go head to head, and we get to finally find out who is the king of the NL Central, right? And we're going to talk about Pat Murphy versus Craig Counsell. We're going to talk, and the fun part about it is that sometimes when you play a team, let's say a West Coast team, sometimes you're asking yourself, well, I don't know how accustomed they are to the ballpark that they're going to be in.
We know
well,
this
guess
one.
what? Milwaukee Brewers know Wrigley Field. The Chicago Cubs know Miller Park. Excuse me, Greg Braggs Jr. Stadium. And there's going to be a lot of familiarity there. And the whole matchup thing, and let's see who lines up with who. There's a familiarity right now that's going to make this series so fascinating right now, and it's probably going to come down to execution and talent. And the Chicago Cubs, the last 3 games, they beat the San Diego Padres on execution, and they had more talent than the Padres. I don't know if the talent really shone out in the series against the Padres, but now the Cubs have an opportunity to bring both those things to the forefront, and I do think the Cubs are more talented than the Brewers, and roll the ball out and let's go, man.
Can I say something important? First of all, Corey Friedman was at the game. I'm hoping Corey will call in, give us a little taste if he's not a little too, tipsy. For those of us that are going to go to Milwaukee and take over the town. Go in droves. My only advice is you stay off the escalators. That's the only thing I can say. Right, Sarah? Stay off the escalators.
No, truly. Like, real talk.
I'm really
real
saying.
talk for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Truly.
When in doubt, 3 of us were on that. Take the stairs.
When in
And guys-
doubt, don't go to Brewer Stadium.
Yeah, well, here's the deal. I was in Cleveland for Game 7 of the World Series, and my estimation was about 40% Cub fans were in Cleveland. And, I would imagine, I don't know what the final number is going to be, but I would imagine Cub fans are going to travel up I-90 and get up there and 94, I should say, and really, really show out, because we've done it in the history of this rivalry. We've always been up there. And listen, if you make that park feel like home, it's going to energize you. It's going to dishearten the Brewers. And only good things can happen from that.
And Barb, in the chat here, we will tell Greg Braggs to be careful. He will one day own the stadium, so that's all. That's going to be turning around very soon for him. My name is Joey, by the way, Joey. Great to see you in the chat, Barb, but we will tell him to be very, very careful when he heads up there to Milwaukee.
Barb, how are the turkey meatballs? Godmother of the CHGO
Your son
Cubs
got bitten by
podcast.
a cat.
Honestly,
I've been thinking about it. I hope the swelling has gone
hope
down.
the cat bites down.
Also,
My name is Joey, by the way.
We have a rare comment from Godfather CHGO saying, "Congratulations, Cubs."
Despite their owner, they pulled
I
it
didn't
out.
read that. I didn't read that.
Godfather, Michael Collada. There it is. Despite their owner, they pulled it out. Congratulations, Cubs. Godfather.
Hey, that's the
Positive
most
comment from the
positive-
Godfather?
That's the most Justin, you don't know him as well as we do, but
That's
that
as
truly is the
positive
most
as evil.
positive comment.
I don't
he's
know
ever
him, but I
done.
see his profile picture. It says, "We stink." So
Are we living-
I kind
Yeah,
of get a picture of what he's about.
Oh, my God. We're in an alternate
My
universe.
guy, Ronnie Moravec, says that's because God wanted the Cubs to win. Amen to that. Here.
I
One
believe.
for Rhino.
Believer.
I was going to say, yeah, number 23. Number 23 did us a favor today.
Well, now it's Rhino against Euchre.
Oh.
Both franchises lost like
They did.
historic
Yeah.
members of the organization.
But there were no fake letters that Craig Counsell read to our team
No,
from
we
Ryan
haven't
Sandberg.
been faking Rhino letters.
Yeah, like the Euchre letter up, if you
Yeah.
guys know about that in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
that
that's-
was kind of pathetic.
Weird and creepy and
Yeah, all those things.
disgusting. Anyways, whatever floats your boat, Milwaukee. But I can't believe they won. I really can't. I kept thinking they're going to regret not scoring more runs in the big inning.
Yeah, and we should talk.
Right? It was
We-
they got the 2 runs, and I kept saying, "Oh man, this should have been 5.
Yes.
It should have been
We
5."
blew a golden opportunity to blow the game wide open early. And I, hate to be negative, but we can all agree Matt Shaw had maybe one of the worst at bats any of us have seen this year. And that
Tough
really,
series.
it was tough. And so, so we didn't feel great about it because you're right. We could have had 5 runs that inning. We had 2. But you know what? I know we got an insurance run. Those 2 runs held up thanks to Jameson Taillon And thanks to the bullpen, minus Brad Keller, who didn't have a stellar game, but it held up.
But he did get Tatis.
He did. He hit 2 guys. He created a lot of drama. And
Just
also
trying to stay
Could
positive.
have killed a couple birds while he was at it.
There was a strikeout that wasn't even earned, right? He was pitching when we got that call, right?
Oh, the umpire on Xander Bogaerts.
Yes.
Yeah. We
he
got a
didn't-
little help.
We got help.
Chalk one up for the human race. The robot 0. I do want to say though that something we just mentioned Matt Shaw, and something kind of hit me in this regard. Is that something that can be really instructive, and I hope it's instructive for Craig Counsell and all the players throughout this lineup. Justin, man, to your credit, you've been on it since the beginning of the series of talking about small ball and what it takes in the playoffs to gain the extra base. And what we saw from Matt Shaw, I agree, was an awful at bat. But look, like I'm not gonna bag Matt Shaw because we should all be reasonable with the expectation of where he is in his development right now. And in that moment, in that time, he was overwhelmed and played like a rookie, right?
Yeah.
And there's a development that's going to happen that I don't know if it's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. It might have to happen in the next year or so. But having said that, what happened a couple innings later, and we talked about it, right? Ian Happ laid down a bunt.
Yes.
The longest tenured Cub on the Chicago Cubs, who's hitting in the 3-hole, by the way, who's had an absolutely awful series. They turned him around and had him hit right-handed, and he laid down a bunt.
Yes.
And that needs to be incredibly instructive to Matt Shaw, PCA, and the other young players in this offense right now, that this isn't about you, and this might not necessarily be about your October moment. This is about winning a baseball game right now. And I hope Craig Counsell also learned that this is real stuff now. This isn't like trust your guy, give him confidence, try and empower him, give Matt Shaw the opportunity to swing away. It's no, I'm asking you to do what's best for the baseball team right now and move a guy over.
Let me ask you a question. Did that bunt call come from Counsell, or did Ian Happ do it on his own?
Oh, I think that came from Counsell,
Think so?
100%.
Yeah.
And I think
probably Counsell, but
I because what I would guess would be, one, the situation called for it, Luke, and the other thing would be that Craig Counsell trusts Ian Happ, again, as the long-tenured Cub. And again, Ian Happ and Dansby Swanson, we could talk about the meatball leadership quality of the locker room, but these guys are leaders, I feel like, in the room with their play. I don't know about their voice in the locker room, but I think Craig Counsell asked him to get it done in that moment. And to execute in that moment means that every person in that lineup now should be able to willing to lay their bat down, literally, and bunt or whatever it is, hit the other way, whatever it is, to move a guy over and execute in a situation. So I hope that kind of permeates through the decision-making and what these players need to do moving forward in the next series.
Corey Friedman went to a concert. He can't join us.
What concert?
I don't know.
Wait,
He went
what?
to celebrate at a concert.
Okay.
Just think of this is why sports are great. This is why baseball's great. The Cubs win 2 out of 3, but think of all the tiny little things
So many.
that had to happen or did happen on the way to the Cubs winning 2 out of 3 that could have gone either way and flipped the script.
Yeah.
Let's say the ball bounces off of Nico's glove.
Right.
Let's say we didn't get the called third strike. Let's say PCA's safe at second. Let's say Nico's safe at home. Like you can go.
It goes both ways.
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, every one of the replay challenges was close.
Very close. Yeah.
And the Cubs were on the losing end of all of them, right?
And I like all those calls, the stolen base. I know PCA,
Until the call at first.
Yeah. I love. Listen, I've been calling for stolen bases this entire series, and I know we got thrown out twice today, but I'm damn glad they did it because you know what? You got to be aggressive, and especially when you're doing it PCA with a lead, right? You can afford to be a little bit more. The contact play at third base, Nico getting home, going home, it was so close. We think he was safe, but I like the aggression. You know, it's easier to be aggressive when you do have a lead, though. But I'm very glad that some of my beefs earlier in the series we saw corrected today with Ian Happ bunting, stolen base attempts, and some good, hard, aggressive baseball.
Well, and I don't have the numbers in front of me, and frankly, like my mind is like scrambled eggs right now after that game. But if I'll look it up, I promise, and we'll get back to you. That I believe the Chicago Cubs had great success stealing bases against the Milwaukee Brewers this year, right? So that needs to be a factor in the next series. We need to continue to create chaos and continue to hit with power throughout this series if we can. That's the true to form of what this Cubs offense has been this season, and I like our chances. And Justin, man, we saw some of that today, right?
Yeah.
We got back to that a little bit. Michael Busch went yard.
Yeah.
We're trying. I mean, if you get thrown out, I get it, right?
Yep.
But you have to stay aggressive, and it's a mentality thing, more or less a results thing.
And props to Fermin, really. You got to give them the catcher through a couple
Oh
starts.
my God! I'm so happy
had a
that
great
dude.
series.
He
I'm
did.
so happy that dude is no longer.
So sometimes you got to tip
face
your
him.
cap a little
series.
bit. You got to tip your cap a little bit once in a while. And I think Fermin, he made some great throws at second base.
Shame
They
on
made
me.
some great plays. You had the Mason Miller moments. You had the Tatis catch. You had the Machado home run. It wasn't like the Padres didn't play well. You beat a really good team
On
that
the
threw
flip
out
side-
3 really good pitchers.
On the flip side, how about their star, Fernando Tatis Jr. today getting the golden sombrero?
That's what I'm
Holy
saying.
cow.
But
Crazy.
the day before, he wins it maybe with the catch.
1,000%. But I'm saying, like, even superstars
Yes.
go dark once in a while, right? I mean, it
Yep.
happens.
We're going to talk more about it. We're going to get our just in time. We're going to get our Joey's Crystal Ball, and we're going to get our Stuck With Me, plus our 3 stars. More of your live YouTube chat comments, including some Toyota Super Chats. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Hey, Chicago sports fans, guess what? We finally have an advantage, and it is thanks to the Game Time app. It is the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. Incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. The fees are always included, so you know what you pay when you see it on the screen. They've got exclusive discounts like zone deals. You choose the section, Game Time selects a seat, you save. They got views for all seats and all venues. You can find the wonderful MLB tickets, NFL tickets, concerts, whatever it is, lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection, and even more. The lowest price guarantee also means they will credit you up to 110% of the difference. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service in the industry. So here's what you do. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets and go to Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code CHGO for $20 off. Your first purchase, terms apply. Create that account, CHGO, $20 off. Tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today.
You know that moment when you realize you left your favorite sunglasses at the beach? Or
Hate
on
that
the,
moment.
Or on the roof of your car.
Hate it.
Gas station 3 states away. We've all been there. My kids love to put on my sunglasses. They also like to break my sunglasses.
Whoops.
It was a problem, but then I found Shady Rays, and it changed the game. These are sunglasses that are made for real life. Seriously, good-looking shades, polarized, durable, and not stupid expensive. Here's the wild part, though. If you lose or break them, even on day one, Shady Rays is going to send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip. Just replacements. So now I wear my sunglasses without fear. On hikes, at concerts, on the boat, even around the kids.
What?
Yeah, Shady Rays. Eyewear that has your back. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer right now. Head to shadyrays.com and use the code CHGO for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades that have been rated 5 stars by 300 grand. All right, we are back. Cubs win 3-1, advance to the NLDS.
Oh,
to
feels good
face
to say,
the
Luke. Say it again.
Brewers. Did I mention the Cubs are going to the NLDS?
Let's go.
Thank you, Emma, for the water. Let's read some of your chats here. We've got Midnight Hammer saying Swanson earning his contract and give Nico a 12-year deal. Make him a lifetime Cub. Palencia is a dog. Woof, woof, woof. J-Mo is locked in the last 27 innings, allowing 4 runs. Let's go.
I like those
with
vibes, Midnight Hammer.
With you. Do we have any Toyota Super Chats you want to hit? And then
There was
we'll
a
talk
big
about
one. Did you guys read the big one?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Our guy Jake Flanagan, I don't think we did Jake yet with the Bring on the Brewers. The boss did $1.99. The Bears, dude, $49.99.
Yeah.
I need a cardiologist or possibly a priest after that one. We have the best defense in the league. Anyone who disagrees can talk to a wall. Finally, a chance to pay back the Brewers for tormenting us with that ridiculous win streak. Let's go, Cubbies. Hey, the Brewers have good defense, too. So that's going to make for a really fun
But
series.
according to the Bears dude, we have the best defense in the entire league.
I think the Cubs is better than Brewers, but the
I agree.
Brewers is right there. They have some good defenders.
That's a $1,000 comment right there for $50. I love that.
Beautiful. Bear with me. Defense in 5 out of 6. Pitcher won this game. This was a character win. Let's go and eat some cheesecake, baby. Oh, we might have to upgrade to some cheesecakes for our rally cakes, too, while we're at it. Miles Vandenberg says, turn out the Padres lineup. Can't handle their J-Mo.
I like that.
Derek says, pair character, bowing down, saying thank you. And Nick for $9.99. Moments like that can make PCA gain confidence. Offense showed up, had me standing in anxiety at the end, but I'd have it no other way. Go Cubs. Thanks for all your comments and the super chats from Toyota. We appreciate that. Everybody that has jumped in here, like we had like 1,500 on the live watch-along watching the game with us.
Unbelievable.
I know we've had numbers going up and down here while we've been doing the post-game show. Again, we will have a live watch-along again for Game 1 on Saturday. Then on Game 2, Monday, we will have a show and a watch-along live at a watch party at Old Crow Smokehouse in Wrigleyville.
Yes.
So they'll be in Milwaukee, but you can party in Wrigleyville with us watching the game live on all the screens at Old Crow Smokehouse right there at 3506 North Clark.
For free. I mean, not many things in life are free these days, right?
It's not a cover.
There's no cover. Listen, you guys come out. You get to hang out with us, watch the game with us. We get to all cheer together. We could all cry together, and then cheer again together as we win. But a free a watch party with us, and then we'll do our post-game show live.
We'll wipe chocolate cake on each other, rally cake.
Whatever you want.
Feed each other rally cakes if we have to.
Yes.
I'm dying to just meet some of the regulars in our chat, honestly, and just give them a high five. I mean, I greatly appreciate them, and I'm grateful that they come in and support us all the time. So,
Me too.
If
And
you're
I'm
in the
new.
Chicagoland area, yeah, come on down and hang out. I'd love to meet you, and you just walk up to me and just be like, hello, I'm KM.
Yeah,
or like,
right.
hello, I'm Christian A, or I'm Craig Brindle, or I'm Bobby Blanco. Whoever it is, come on down and hang
Ron
out
in
with
the
us.
chat, who I've met Ron a few times. He comes to all of our events.
Ron? Oh, Ron's a
yeah,
diehard.
regular.
Ron,
And his
that's
girlfriend,
right here.
too.
He's
Can't
saying
wait.
Saturday. Saturday is incorrect. We're talking about Monday.
Monday
Game
is the
2
party.
is the watch
Monday,
party. Game
game
2
2.
on Monday. And, as a new guy here.
Saturday we'll be here for a watch-along.
Yes. As a new guy here, I would love to meet all the diehards. I haven't really been out with you guys.
Oh,
so.
Ron's a crazy
Me
man.
neither, man.
It's crazy
Okay,
man.
so
Me
two
neither, dude.
Crazy
newer
diehard.
guys that haven't really been out. So I think Monday, it's a date. Monday, Game 2, let's do it.
I got a tweet from the White Wolf. My guy Frank says, thank you for your service, Luke Stuckmeyer, with that cake. You're welcome. Rally cake came through.
Sacrifice your body on that one.
You got to do what you got to do. Thanks to
a-
Portillo's
that's
5 rally
that's
cakes
a
they
sack
sent
B.
us.
That's a sack B in the scorecard. That's
And
a
I
sack
did-
bunt.
listen,
sack buddy.
I didn't let him down.
I regret
Never would.
not doing like a weigh-in before the cakes, and then like after this whole postseason run.
Do you know how bad that could be for me if the Cubs go all the way?
For all of us, we're all eating. We should all get our cholesterol checked after.
I've
the postseason.
had like
We'll do
first of
all-
all, I already take cholesterol medication, and I've had 9 pieces of cake in 2 days.
How awesome would it be that if the Cubs do something very special this year, I will phrase it like that. We do off-season shows, all 3 of us on a treadmill. We're all just like literally trying to burn calories
gosh.
for the hour while we talk about our off-season rankings and targets or whatever it is. But sometimes you just got to lock into the ride. I mean, I'll tell you from my end, I just moved back. I'm from here. I just moved back a year ago. I lived in Los Angeles for 15 years, blah, blah, blah.
Sorry about that.
But I will tell you that, in 2016, after Javi hit a ball into the basket in Game 1, I bought a one-way ticket that was targeted for the Cubs World Series. And I said to myself, well, I can either cancel it or I'm going. And the one-way ticket was because I don't know when I would come back. So, guys, it's like leap of faith time, right? Like, we made it through the wild card round. Who knows how far we're going to go, but, dare to dream. It's time to have some fun. And it's time to take care of business from a Cubs perspective. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself and, I'm not trying to plan the parade right now, but it's important to stay in the present, enjoy what's going on right now, and dream big, man. Now's the time.
And a little bit of optimism too. Like the further we go, the closer we are to getting Cade Horton potentially back. That's a jolt in the arm if I've ever heard of one. So again, don't get too ahead of yourself, but if we can advance, I think one more series, you're talking about Cade Horton possibly.
Yeah, it's not happening against the Brewers, but our guy Q Harlan says, how do you score the fielder's choice between the chocolate and the salted caramel? That's an impossible
Salted
question.
caramel for me.
That's an impossible question to answer. They were both very successful. In this series.
But I'd argue the entire rally cake started from the salted caramel.
Yes, it did. Started with the salted caramel. Salted caramel spice cake.
Yeah, spice for sure.
So, PCA, here's the deal. A lot of people got upset because PCA really struggled second half of the season. And got down on him. But when you zoom out and look at what's happened this year, you're building around this guy moving forward.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, 1,000%.
You've got a 23-year-old who just went 30-30, okay? He just went 30-30, and in the biggest game that the Cubs have played since 2017, he came up with 3 hits, having looked like he was totally overmatched in the earlier games.
Including the first RBI to break it from
That's
a 0-0
right.
tie.
That's right. And so he came through huge in the biggest game he's ever played, in the biggest game the Cubs have had since 2017.
And it's so refreshing to see because if you guys watched the I think we played the audio yesterday. He didn't seem defeated in his post-game interview yesterday. He was still confident.
Yeah.
I think he was way more confident than we were because he looked bad.
I don't think he ever lacks confidence.
No, and
that's why he's slamming his helmet
Yes.
down and doing all those things.
It's a great quality to have for many, many reasons. He looked as bad as you could do offensively, game 1 and game 2. But game 3, PCA got 3 hits, including breaking the tie, 0-0, first RBI. Looked aggressive. Again, he's always been a great defender. But that just goes to my point that any game, anybody could step up and be the hero. Ian Happ looked even worse than PCA, but he contributed today in a major way. I mean, it's baseball is baseball, and it's the ultimate team game. PCA and Happ looked horrible the first 2 games, but they both made a difference today in the clinching game of the wild card round.
Yeah, what a breath of fresh air, right? And just really quick in terms of PCA, like I did a YouTube short saying PCA was going to shine in October. I took him in game 1 and game 2, didn't reward me. I moved off of him. He delivers in game 3. My whatever stuff aside, the reason why I drove in that direction, Luke, is because he's 23 years old. I will tell you that right now, Pete Crow-Armstrong is not a finished product. And that should be incredibly exciting for all Cubs fans out there. And maybe we get a little bit more of it in the next round and hopefully further rounds after that. But we got a taste, and Pete Crow-Armstrong got a taste today of postseason success. And Luke, I don't know what it is, man. It's an intangible, right? Like, you've been in this business for 25 years. There's an intangible that I do think that one day, and maybe it is soon, and maybe it'll take a couple years, that I think he's going to be a clutch player on the level of a Rizzo. He's on the level of a Zobrist, on the level of a Chris Bryant. I just believe that, like, in my bones. I don't know when it'll happen. I buy into it. I believe it.
Some of his actions some of PCA's actions show you still very young.
Because he is.
But a lot of what he says, almost all of what he says and the way he plays show you this guy's very mature and very driven. 2 things you want in your superstar young player. Every veteran player on that team has tried to say to him, hey, taper it down just a little bit. It'll help you calm yourself. You'll be better for it in the future. But they all say nobody wants it more than Pete in our clubhouse. And that's what I want to see. When you're giving a bag of money to a superstar player,
he's the one.
That's the first thing you want to see from that player, is that they are ultimately driven by this crazy MJ-driven desire to win.
Yes.
That's what you want in your players. By the way, Nico's got the same thing.
Yes.
And so do some other players on this Cubs team.
Can I give you a hot take on what you said, Joey, about you think he'll be at some point the level of Rizzo? My hot take is I think PCA individually will have a better career than Rizzo and Bryant. Wow. I mean, I know Rizzo and Bryant are special in many, many ways. Rizzo's one of my favorite players of all time because they won that World Series. I think individually, PCA has the tools. Listen, first half of the season, we were talking about this guy being a 40-40 guy potentially. That's where we were at, right? I think the tools are there. The speed is unreal. So he could be a 30, 40 threat. And the defense is elite. So I think individually he could actually be better.
Yeah, it's all out there for him. I mean, he was on pace to be an 8-9 WAR player.
Yeah.
Anthony Rizzo and Chris Bryant, I believe, was a 7.1 player in his MVP season. So he's close. He's in that stratosphere. But, the sky's the limit, man.
Exactly.
And the clutch vibe and just the sincerity, the authenticity, the youth, the talent, put it all together. I just think the future is very bright. Selfishly, I'd prefer that it shows up in the next round, right?
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, I think we're going to enjoy PCA for years to come.
Man, oh, man. I like to keep a strict rule of 1 hour.
You do.
A very strict rule
To
of
the
1 hour.
second.
Tight schedule, Luke. Tight schedule.
But the Cubs are going to the NLDS, and they have won their first playoff series since 2017. So we will be going to overtime,
Dun, dun, dun.
or as we call it, extra innings.
Okay.
Some say extra innings. I like to call it
it's
overtime.
the old 10th inning,
Anyways,
Luke.
we're going long.
The
We're
old
going long
10th
with the
inning.
podcast. For everybody that's listening on the podcast. Anyways, I love all of the stuff that I saw from individual players. It's what Justin was saying, and you too, Joey, earlier in the show. It's all the little things that happen in the game. It's all the small things that could have gone the other way, as I was saying. Like, what if Shaw's throw is 1 inch higher?
Yeah.
Right?
If Busch's foot comes off the bag to get it. Right.
Busch keeps the foot on the bag.
Yeah.
There's so many calls that could have gone other way, and that's just
That Manny Machado pop-up really quick that Michael Busch caught in the dugout of the San Diego Padres.
Yes.
That I thought was a foul ball.
Me too.
And it is what it
Extend
is.
Michael Busch.
What's that?
Extend Michael Busch.
Extend Michael Busch.
Yeah, that's the new thing.
Honestly,
that I'm on.
that's priority one. We'll get to that someday soon, but I think that's going to be priority one.
Man, I don't know if Dansby paid off his whole contract here, where all the people are like, oh, too much money. I'll tell you one thing. He outplayed Bogarts again.
Yep.
Oh, by
He's still the best value of any of those shortstops.
Correct.
Facts.
Defensively, he's a wizard, and he gave you 24 home runs. He's not the most consistent hitter, but overall as a player, a leader, all of those things, I love Dansby Swanson on this team, and that up-the-middle defense that the Cubs had came through in this game. It flat out came through in this game. Nico and Dansby gobbled up outs, and PCA too, running back to the wall at different times.
Well, up the middle. That's the thing. Up the middle
Defense up the middle. They
is-
built this team that way,
Yes.
and it came through in the biggest game at the biggest time.
Could you ask for a better up the middle defense? Oh, and then by the way, over here you got Ian Happ, Gold Glover. Over here you got Matt Shaw, who's really, really good. We have a great defense, but up the middle is how you want to build it, and we have the best up the middle defense in baseball.
And let's do it. I know we're in overtime, so it's taking an hour, but we have to name check Jed Hoyer that this was the blueprint. And he wasn't, much to our chagrin, willing to push all of his chips in at every single turn after every single season. He believed in an incremental improvement of the team. We'll see if the incremental improvement of this team and where they're at right now, how far they possibly go. But again, I think one of the main talking points, if Jed Hoyer was doing a TED Talk on the Chicago Cubs and how he's building his team, is Justin, to your point, is building it from up the middle.
Yep.
They drafted Nico Hoerner. They went out and they signed, in the offseason at the time, the fourth option in Dansby Swanson. They traded for Pete Crow-Armstrong. Now, Jed will willingly admit that Pete Crow-Armstrong has accelerated and elevated his play to a level that even, frankly, he didn't see. But what you've got right now with Carson Kelly, Dansby Swanson, Nico Hoerner, PCA, right up that middle. Justin, man, you're right, man. It's as good as it gets in baseball.
Yeah.
Matt Shaw is playing at a Gold Glove level. Michael Busch playing at a Gold Glove level. Ian Happ has won Gold Gloves in the past.
Seiya Suzuki is happy to
Doing
be there.
the job. No, he's doing the job. He's doing the job.
For sure.
And to be very fair, I mean, I know I'm trying to make a defensive point, but offensively, let's be honest here. We haven't mentioned him yet. Kyle Tucker is 3 for 3 in his last 3 plate appearances.
Yes, very nice.
I don't care how you want to spin it. 3 for 3 in your last 3 plate appearances is good news for the Chicago Cubs. Oh, no, wait, excuse me. He's not 3 for 3,
3
right?
for 4.
Yeah, 3 for 4, excuse me, because he bounced to first base.
Yes.
They threw home.
Yes.
It was a fielder's choice because Nico Hoerner was called
Yes.
out at first. So
He
forgive
failed
me.
at the end.
Forgive me,
He
but
failed at
he's-
the end, but he was still good.
forgive me, but he's getting singles.
I got some breaking news here. Our boss Jake has just put in. This is actually from Jeff Agrest of the Sun-Times. If the Yankees win tonight, Cubs Brewers game 1 will be at 1:08
Ooh.
Saturday on TBS.
Holy moly.
Early roll call on Saturday if the
Yankees
Yankees win.
Wow.
If the Red Sox win, the series begins at 8:08 p.m. on
What a
Saturday.
swing. Are you kidding me?
They're either going to play at 1 o'clock in the afternoon or at 8 o'clock at night on Saturday.
Oh, Red Sox Yankees strikes again.
That's so
What
weird.
is that?
Start time for game 2, where we have the live watch party at Old Crow Smokehouse in
11 a.m.
Don't
Wrigleyville.
tell me it's 8 a.m.
8:08 p.m.
Let's go.
Come
Let's
on.
go. I'm getting a hotel room. Let's go.
Wow.
That's a little later than what Luke is used to.
Well, we do have rally cake.
I'm
to
up a
juice
lot in the
it
middle of
with
the night,
sugar.
actually.
Yeah.
I've seen
He
pictures
did also
of Eddie
do
Vedder.
6 push-ups today. So if we
This
have
is true. We
No,
haven't
no, no,
even
no, no, no,
mentioned
no.
that.
what?
I did like 14 because after the home run, I
I
did
saw it.
like 8 or 9 more.
I was going to say, we haven't even
I
talked
ripped
about
them
Luke
off.
doing push-ups.
Ripped
It
them off. I
my
threw
love.
chains around my neck. I did some.
was your
Listen.
slab pack abs.
It's like
That's right, slap
Rocky
pack.
4.
Selfishly, for our watch party, I'd rather have the 8 o'clock game. In Wrigleyville at a bar, it'd be more fun at that point than a 1 p.m. game. So
100%.
game 2, again, to clarify, game 2 was our watch party at Old Crow Smokehouse, and now we know it's at 8:08 p.m. or whatever.
Yeah,
so.
The best
game
part-
1 we don't know. Game 1 is either 1 o'clock in the afternoon against the Brewers or 8 p.m. against the Brewers.
The
coming
best
up on
part will
Saturday.
be when the lights turn on and the good people at Old Crow say "last call" while we're doing hopefully a post game winner.
I know people. They won't.
Okay.
We're good, dude.
All right.
We're good as long as we want to go.
All right.
Jared Wyllys is making his way up to the press box. He's finally out of the clubhouse where I heard Eddie Vedder was spraying champagne all over the place.
Oh.
Do we want to talk about did I win Call Your Cub? PCA and Nico Hoerner with that catch?
I did Seiya and PCA. Seiya
They're
had
both good.
They're both pretty good.
I don't know who won.
I know who
would
lost.
Man, I don't. Yeah. We all won because the Cubs won.
yes, for sure.
Felt like
we
forever
didn't
ago.
do our 3 stars of the game though.
No, we
feel
haven't
like
done 3 stars, and we
took-
haven't done our just in time.
I took Kyle Tucker and Dansby Swanson for my Call My Cub today.
Dansby Swanson
Dansby
was
was
a good
great.
one. Kyle Tucker had. I mean, we
couple
actually
of
all
hits.
3
We all
picked
did pretty
guys
good.
that.
Well, that
came
just
through.
shows the Cubs did really well. All up and down the lineup.
A lot
really,
of
you know?
contribution
Look,
from different
they're
guys
a
in
team.
different ways.
Yeah, they're a team. And then my dad in the chat here, way up past his bedtime, says Carson Kelly did a great job framing pitches.
Yeah.
He raised the catcher, so no surprise there that he
okay.
gave the shout out on that one. But no, yeah, Carson Kelly did a great job. Had a couple hits today too as well. They
did.
didn't really necessarily like equate to runs. But Carson Kelly, hometown kid, making good right now with that go-ahead home run in Game 1, showing up in Game 3, and handling this staff. I mean, look, like I if I can possibly, when we talk about the pitching and the bullpen and the starters, there's also a guy catching the baseball too as well, and that's the catcher. Managing the situations, going out there. You don't know if it's Tommy Hotovy or Carson Kelly talking about the adjustments or whatever they're seeing or trying to make, but that's a relationship. That's a two-way street right there. And Carson Kelly deserves a lot of credit because, forgive me right now, but what? Cubs won 3-1 Game 1.
3-1 game 1.
They
we
lost 3-0 yesterday,
Yes.
and they won 3-1 today.
Yes.
So by my math, they've given up 5 runs in 3 games.
Crazy.
It's pretty good, guys. It's pretty good, and Carson Kelly deserves some of that credit.
Stop barking at each other in the live YouTube chat. I won't handle or take any fighting in the live YouTube
tonight.
chat.
Guys,
Please,
Be
stop.
happy. Be happy.
Be
Don't
happy.
worry. Be
They
happy.
won.
We won.
For real.
Jared Wyllys is ready to join us. Then we're going to have our just in time, our Joey's Cristobal, and our Stuck With Me. But first, Jared Wyllys takes a swig. He pitched and got the final out for the Cubs in this playoff series, and now he is out of the champagne celebration. Here he is, Kitty Cat Kittredge, our guy, Jared Wyllys. Jared, what was it like down there?
It was pretty wild. We got in there, champagne flying all over the place. Guys definitely celebrating, pretty hard in there, and kind of wild to see Eddie Vedder was in the locker room. All the Tom Ricketts is in there, Green Kenny's in there. Everyone's in there kind of celebrating this moment. So, pretty special thing to see because it's been since 2017 that they've won a playoff series, and to be able to do it at home and be in their home locker room, these guys were definitely soaking it in, and then went out on the field while. Their families were out there, and just kind of watch them take in this moment with those people too. Quite a night already, and it's only 8:30.
Jared, we talked about how critical the offense would be in this series, especially because of the Padres bullpen, and they got all their flowers in game 2. But when you go back and look at it and zoom out, there were some individual guys that got it done offensively for the Cubs. But whether it was the starting pitchers, I'd say all three put the team in position to at least still have a chance to win the game. And the Cubs bullpen, in a totally different way, was up to the challenge of going against a bullpen like theirs. Cubs pitching, I would say pitching and defense won the series.
100%. There's no question about that, because even today we saw, they got enough runs to get the job done, but still, a low scoring output for the offense. Still a lot of chances that the offense had that they didn't come through on. That bases loaded with no outs felt like it could have been a lot bigger than it was. But at the end of the day, you're 100% right. Pitching up and did their job top to bottom. Incredible defense today. Dansby Swanson with at least 3 different highlight reel plays at shortstop. Nico making a great catch on the line drive. Defense was a big part of this. Honestly, I think there was so much talk going into the season about the Padres bullpen and what the Padres bullpen was capable of. But you go back and you look at this, and the Cubs bullpen went toe-to-toe with them and then some.
Well, I think are we losing Jared? Did we lose Jared?
Just seems like the signal.
I think we just lost Jared.
Let's see if we can get him
Well,
back.
it's possible that the champagne got into his computer.
That's true.
You still there, Jared?
Or he's faking it, kind of like just
He
freezing.
could be faking it. He
because
could
he's
be doing
done.
the Mike Myers in Wayne's World. He
Yeah.
wants to get out of there
He
and
wants
smoke
to
his
get out.
cigar.
We'll call
That's
back
all
in.
right.
Yeah, we'll see if we
That's
see if
all
we
right.
get it back. I wanted.
Don't even worry about it. Just tell Jared go home and enjoy a cigar on the way home.
Well, the one
We're
thing.
good.
Okay,
Well, he's gonna try one more time.
Let's see if we can get him again. I got a question for Jared for sure.
You
got
hear
us, Jared?
Yeah, I think my phone I got a little champagne on it, so who knows?
I told you.
Ah, darn it. Darn it. Hey, Jared, I just wanted to ask you, you were talking about pitching. Luke was asking about pitching and defense. You were talking about defense. I wanted to ask you about pitching. I just wanted to ask you, just when you had the opportunity early on this year, you did a great feature and piece on Matthew Boyd, talking to not just the player, but the man and the foundation and the things, all the stuff that he's trying to do in the community and being part of Chicago. The fact that he was up in the bullpen in preparation to come into the game, I don't know if you got an opportunity to talk to him about that or not, but just from your experience dealing with Matthew Boyd, that could not have been a surprise to you about him maybe walking into Craig Counsell's office and saying, hey, man, I'm available today. If you need me, you got me. And I found that to just be just a really impressive thing from a guy who is obviously an all-star this year.
Yeah, for a guy who was such a major part of the success of the regular season, particularly in the first several months of the regular season, they wouldn't be here where they are right now if not for Matt Boyd's pitching for several months there. And then, yeah, you're absolutely right. To see him, even for him to be up in the bullpen when, he just started 2 days ago, and being willing to, I'll go out and get these high pressure, high leverage outs if you need them. That's massive, and didn't end up needing him tonight. But I think everybody should take note of the fact that he was up, he was warming, getting ready to do whatever he needed to secure this win. And it would not surprise me if they get to another, win or go home situation in the next series or the one after that. You might see him doing that another time.
Jared, do you feel like there was a lot of celebration because, or was there a little mix of relief as well? Because this was not a blowout; it was stressful all the way to the end. Did you sense any kind of relief, or because up here we're relieved? Were they just confident buns partying like they're supposed to be there, or was there a little sense of relief as well?
Yeah, I think it definitely had an air of they knew that they really had to fight for this one. This was a very hard-earned series win that could easily have gone a very, very differently. So Without a doubt, there's some relief in that locker room and relief that comes from we battled really hard and we got this job done. And what that does for them for the next series, we'll see, because you turn around and you've got another tough one ahead of you. This Milwaukee series is going to be legit. And so perhaps battling through a wild card like this one helps them. This could be the kind of thing that galvanizes this team, and they go into that division series really ready to fight against a very, very tough matchup. It's Miller Park. The next two games is going to be wild, and when it comes back to Wrigley here, it's going to be even wilder. So we've got a fun series ahead of us.
Jared, one more question, and I want to know, it's kind of a two-parter. Like, Council's going to make some big decisions, including who will be his Game 1 starter. I don't know. I'm sure he hasn't announced that yet, but he's going to have to make an interesting decision there. What do you think his best decision was in this 3-game series? Can you think of a decision where you say, well, that certainly played out right? If I have to pick one myself, I'm going Palencia, but who are you going with?
I honestly think in the games 1 and 3, the way that you saw him find the right moment to go to his bullpen and take the ball from the starter, even game 2, he had what I thought was a good game plan. It just didn't work out quite the way that, they wanted it to. But I go back to game 1 and the way that he put that bullpen, the sequence of that bullpen. And then again today, where I think myself included, a lot of us looked at that spot where Taillon came out of the game and thought, man, I'd be tempted to give him another inning here. But with the lefty bats coming up, it makes sense to go to Thielbar there. It worked. So I think Council deserves a lot of credit for not being afraid to find that moment, to those pockets in the game, to bring Palencia in or to bring Thielbar in like he did today. Because that's a tough thing to do, because if it backfires, especially in a close game like this one, he's absolutely going to wear it. And, and that's part of the job being the manager. It's the way it goes. But I give him a lot of credit for that.
All right, Jared, thanks. First of all, anybody that's not a diehard yet, a CHGO diehard, this is a guy that's a reason you should be a diehard, because 100%. Some of his written content is behind paywalls, and you'll get all of it. You get access to everything if you're a CHGO diehard. $36 for the year right now, $59 if you want to upgrade to the deal that gives you the branded Bills limited edition cap. Jared, look forward to your stuff. Hope to hear more from you coming up in this Brewers series. And appreciate your work. Enjoy the warm stogie on the way home, sir.
Absolutely. And I will be in Milwaukee for game 1 on Saturday.
Yes,
so
Jared.
now
we're talking, buddy.
Even if it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Doesn't matter.
1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 8 o'clock, Jared. It could, your schedule's, it's a vast.
We'll wait and see. Yeah.
That's right.
It's a vast window.
All right, thanks,
exactly.
Jared. We appreciate it.
All
and
right.
we'll be looking for his stuff at allchgo.com. He's one of the reasons you got to be a CHGO diehard. All right, let's wrap this up with a couple of things. Cubs moving on. They're going to face the Brewers. Real quick, our 3 stars. Let's hit our 3 stars. You want to do it for the series?
Oh, that's a good twist.
You want to do it for the
Sure.
series, or do you want to do it for the game?
Sure. I'm serious. I'm good.
Series?
We can do series.
And
Absolutely.
then we'll do our just in time and our Joey's crystal ball and our stuck with me.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, Justin, who are your 3 stars?
All right.
Number 1 star is the biggest star. Who are your 3 stars?
Okay, so we're going, but like 3 to 1. You want me to go, right?
3
Yeah,
up
okay.
to 1. Yeah, number
Okay.
1 star is the biggest.
So so my number 1. Okay, so 3 to 1. I'm gonna go. Number 3 will be Seiya Suzuki. I think he turned this entire franchise postseason aspirations around by hitting that big home run in game 1. Kind of get the monkey off your back a little bit, get the crowd into it, kind of set the tone for that game 1. So Seiya Suzuki is my number 3. My number 2 is Daniel Palencia.
Yeah.
Daniel Palencia who would have seen this coming? He's your closer. He's throwing lights out. Then he kind of started to struggle a little bit. Then he got an injury. Is he coming back this year? Is he not? He comes back not once but twice in this series as a multi-inning weapon, and I think it bodes well for the future. If that's his role, look out, Brewers Brewers and beyond, right? My number one is Dansby Swanson. Dansby Swanson had a heck of a series. Defensively, there's nobody better. I'd argue that on game one, he single-handedly saved this team and that victory by saving runs and everything, and then, by the way, he had some offense as well. Defensively, he was stellar all series long. Big hits, big plays in the field. Dansby Swanson, for me, was the number one star of this series.
Man, this is really tough because there's only three, folks.
And you can't just say bullpen.
No,
Right.
I'm not going to. I'm going to go honorable mention Carson Kelly. I thought he had a great series. Number 3, I'm going to go Andrew Kittredge.
Ooh.
Back to back.
Wow.
Getting it done.
Great
Fireman.
pickup, first of all.
Opener. Yeah, and look, like, when the trade deadline happened, I think Cubs fans, we were all, let's just say very, very gently that we were underwhelmed. But when I started diving into Baseball Savant and Andrew Kittredge and learning more about him, I really liked the trade at the time. His metrics and his percentiles were intriguing to me, and he has shown up. Of course, he's had a couple bumps in the road, but man, when we talk about the Swiss Army knife of Brad Keller, Andrew Kittredge has had to do the same thing. And he came into this moment, and he got that final out. Also, he opened up the game yesterday. I understand that he didn't get the job done and gave up a run, but they're asking a lot of this dude right now, and I want to give him one of those stars. Number 2, I am going to give it to Dansby Swanson. Congratulations, Dansby Swanson. You are officially a Cub, my friend. Defense and offense, man. We're going to be talking about you for years to come. And I understand we can litigate whether he's living up to his contract, but right now, in this moment right now, I wouldn't have anyone else playing shortstop for my team, the Chicago Cubs, than Dansby Swanson. And number 1, Justin, we got to go Seiya Suzuki. Yeah. That he's the only dude right now that's barreling up baseballs, smoking balls all over the park. It doesn't matter who it is or the high velocity or the type of leverage that another pitcher might have. Seiya Suzuki looks great at the plate right now, which is the best news the Cubs can take into the next series against the Brewers. So my number 1's got to be Seiya Suzuki. What say you, Luke?
Ron is taking Justin's 3. KM says Seiya, Kit, and Dansby. I would go with Justin's 3, but I'll mix it up just a little bit.
Okay.
I will go number 3, Jameson Taillon.
Okay.
Because in the biggest game of the season, the biggest game they've had since 2017, Taillon, much beleaguered, often criticized, came in and went 4 innings, no runs, 2 hits.
He was great.
And they're not in a position to do any of the stuff they did without Taillon going 4 shutout, because otherwise it's a bullpen scramble the rest of the game.
Like it was for the Padres.
That's right.
Yep.
So I will put Taillon number 3 instead of one of the other bullpen guys. Then I will go Dansby Swanson number 2, Seiya number 1, and I don't think you can go wrong with any of the numbers we did. You could put Nico in there. You could definitely put Carson Kelly in there. Palencia deserves to be in there. Brad Keller wasn't it tonight in the second inning, but he was it the other times he pitched in this series. So and Craig Counsell made some right decisions.
He did.
So there's a lot of people you can give credit to. Yeah. Anyways, Cubs win 3-1, and they are moving on to the NLDS. Real quick, we're going to do our just in time.
All right. I do got to say really fast, disclaimer, you touched on the JMO stuff. That was going to be mine. So I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it last minute. So I'm winging this one. But my Romans just in time is, man, where was Ian Happ? Where was PCA? For 2 games, it was looking bleak for both of them. And I mean, really, really bad. And just in time, boom, game 3, when it mattered, PCA comes through in the clutch, 0-0, gets that RBI single, gets the crowd rocking. It felt good for him, I'm sure. Ends up with 3 hits in the game. And Ian Happ, gets that base hit and then lays down a great bunt. Just contributing to the team in a victory. So just in time, I'm so glad that Happ and PCA showed up.
Beautiful.
I love that.
We're going to go to Joey's Crystal Ball in a second. Jet City with a great one. Michael Busch. Michael Busch is another guy that very easily could be or should be in our 3 stars
3 hits
for the
tonight.
series.
And a big bomb. That was a huge
bomb. You feel a whole lot different at the end of that game.
Can you
with that
imagine
home
the end of
run.
that game up by?
No, I wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't be here to tell you about it.
Yeah.
Good
I
catch.
got it. Are you ready?
Oh, we got
Yes.
props. You got props again.
Last night was like, what was that? The most important crystal ball of my life?
Yes, the most important
this is
crystal
gonna be
ball
more
of your
like
life. Now he's doing it with some Shady Rays.
right,
Joey's
here we go.
crystal ball.
with these beautiful shady
With beautiful
rays
shady
on.
rays,
All right,
polarized
Joey's
sunglasses.
crystal ball. Here we go. Hey, Wrigley North, Milwaukee Brewers. We're back. Hi, it's us. It's the Chicago Cubs. Yeah, that's right. Hey, enjoy winning your third division title in a row. What a cool stat. Really fun. Well, guess what? The Chicago Cubs are coming to Miller Park on Saturday, and we're about to play you in a 5-game series. And I'm telling you something right now. This Chicago Cubs team, top to bottom, is ready to take you down. I understand. We don't have Kate Horton right now. It doesn't matter. You don't have Brandon Woodruff, all right? Top to bottom, this offense is better, this defense is better, and this bullpen is in the position that it needs to be right now because we are a village right now ready to take you down. You've had a couple days off. Enjoy it. Eat your cheese curds. Do what you got to do. But we're coming to Greg Braggs Jr. Stadium next week on Saturday, and then again on Monday. We'll be at Old Crow Smokehouse, and we are ready to take this series. I'm saying Cubs in 5 right now, and I'm also going to say that I kind of like where Kyle Tucker's at right now. I think he's going to have a really huge series, and we're going to be talking about our guy who at once was the $500 million man, who was the jewel of the offseason of the acquisition. I think even at DH, I think he's going to show up offensively. Cubs in 5, Shady Rays. Get ready, Milwaukee.
Yeah.
We're on our way.
Yeah.
go.
Bye-bye.
Ron says put the umpire in the top 3 for the Bogart strike 3
That
call.
was a great call for us.
Man, I'm so glad they didn't have the
definitely
robot umps
deserves
this
a
year.
star for that one.
Like I say, I love the human element.
Yeah.
what
Like you always say.
Don't let the facts get in the way of a
Yeah,
good
shilt
story.
happens. Luke, it is time for your Stuck With Me. Bring us home, brother.
All right, stuck with me. 1984 stuck with me for 41 years. Somewhere deep in my pit of this gut, 41 years of the Padres and Steve Garvey and his dirty, hairy arms stuck with me the way the Cubs coughed it up in San Diego. Childhood me has been redeemed. We have exorcised the Padres, and now we're going to exorcise the Brewers, the team that maimed my friend Greg Braggs. That's right. We're going back to Milwaukee. We're not riding the escalators, but we're coming for you, and we're going to take you down. That's what stuck with me, and so did all Cubs fans. So we're going on to the NLDS.
Yeah.
Here
let's
we go.
Here we go,
Can I ask you a
indeed.
question really fast? Before we go, I don't know, we're wrapping it up. Predictions for the series. Can we do predictions here?
Cubs in 5.
Cubs and Brewers?
Yeah.
Cubs don't
Gotta
sweep.
win, gotta win
Cubs in
3.
5.
Cubs don't sweep. Cubs in 4.
I
Wow.
also am going Cubs in 4. Why? Because they're clinching it at home.
Yeah, Cubs in 4.
So you take one in Milwaukee. One. I don't care if it's Saturday. I wish it was Saturday, but Saturday or Monday. You take one of those, and then I think we're clinching here.
Yeah, I mean, if you thought this Game 3 took a couple of cells off of your life, I say prepare yourself. I think this series is going to be wildly intriguing, back and forth. I'm ready for wild pendulum swings. I'm ready for comebacks. I'm ready for heroics. I think Cubs in 5. It harkens back to me a little bit of that 2017 series against the Washington Nationals.
Yep.
If Cubs fans remember that series in 2017, it took the Cubs everything that they had to come back and win that series. Unfortunately, they ran out of gas that year and didn't have enough for the Dodgers in the following round. Yep. I hope that isn't the case, but I think this is going to be knocked down, drag out, 12 rounds, Cubs, Brewers. I think the Cubs are victorious in 5. I hope I'm wrong. I hope you guys are right. I hope they sweep
too.
in 3, right? But I think this is going to be a battle royale, and we are going to be here for every single watch along, every single post game. We're all going to do this together. We're all going to hang out together and get through this. And I think the Chicago Cubs are going to win in 5. And per my and your also prediction, I think we're going to the Final 4.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
we're going to go to the Final 4 and hopefully compete for the pennant.
And a big thanks to Portillo's for our rally cake that came through.
Delicious.
2 out of 3, baby. 2 out of 3. We will continue the rally cakes. We will get it done. Oh, here we come. Portillo's Jake with the box.
Whoa, hold on a second.
Whoa,
Hold on
throw
a
it.
second. I got it.
Who's going to eat that cake with their bare hands? Who's going to eat the cake with their bare hands? Don't forget, Live watch along. Game 1, whenever it is. Game 2, we'll have the watch party at Old Crow Smokehouse. Until then, good, better, best.
Never let it rest.
Until your good is better and your better is the best. Cubs and moving on to the NLDS. Don't forget, fly the W.
We love you, Rhino.
We all silly like the mayor.